Russia unveils Arctic truck that climbs walls and crosses rivers. Russia's Uralvagonzavod concern publicly unveiled for the first time a prototype of the DT-3PM light articulated tracked all-terrain vehicle at the Gas-Oil Technologies exhibition in Ufa, presenting a dual-use platform that its developers describe as equally suited for Arctic military operations and civilian industrial work in some of the world's most remote and hostile terrain. The vehicle is an initiative development by Vityaz, the specialist tracked vehicle manufacturer that operates within the UDEFENSE machine building group and has decades of experience producing articulated all-terrain carriers for Russian Arctic and Siberian operations. The articulated tracked all-terrain vehicle is a category of equipment that occupies a unique niche in both military and civilian logistics. Unlike conventional wheeled or even standard tracked vehicles, an articulated two-section design connects a front traction unit to a rear cargo or passenger module through a flexible joint that allows each section to follow the terrain independently. The result is a vehicle that can cross surfaces that would halt anything else: deep snow, boggy tundra, river crossings, and terrains so uneven that a rigid frame vehicle would either lose traction or become high-centered. Russia's vast Arctic, Siberian, and Far Eastern territories present exactly this kind of terrain, and the operators who work there, whether oil and gas field crews, rescue teams, or military units, have long depended on vehicles from this category to reach locations that no other ground transport can access. The DT-3PM specifications reflect what operating in those environments actually demands: a payload capacity of up to 35 tons, 7,700 pounds, allows the vehicle to carry meaningful quantities of equipment or supplies rather than being limited to crew transport alone, and passenger capacity reaching up to 17 people means it can move a substantial workforce or military squad in a single trip across terrain where multiple conventional vehicles would be required. The 312-horsepower multi-fuel diesel engine, capable of running on various fuel types rather than being restricted to a single grade, is a practical necessity for operations far from reliable fuel supply chains where the available fuel may not match standard specifications. Land speed reaches 50 km/h, 31 miles per hour, which is genuinely fast for this category of vehicle operating across rough terrain, and the DT-3PM maintains 5 km/h, 31 miles per hour swimming speed for water crossings, a capability enabled by its tracked configuration and hull design. The obstacle crossing specifications give a concrete sense of what the vehicle can traverse, where others cannot, clearing a vertical wall up to 1 meter 33 feet high and crossing a ditch up to 3 meters 98 feet wide places the DT-3PM in a class that standard military wheeled vehicles cannot approach, and that defines the operational utility for both the military special tasks and the oil and gas field access missions that UDEFENSE is marketing it toward. Temperature tolerance ranging from -50 degrees Celsius, -58 degrees Fahrenheit to +45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit, covers the full operational range from the deepest Siberian winter cold to summer temperatures in Central Asian operational zones, making it genuinely all conditions capable rather than merely Arctic capable. Andrei Abakumov, Deputy Director General of Uralvagonzavod Concern for Civilian Products, described the platform's dual-use logic directly. This is a unique platform on a single chassis. You can mount both weapons and civilian equipment. I am confident the vehicle will generate great interest from companies operating in hard-to-reach regions of Russia. Uralvagonzavod is best known internationally as Russia's primary manufacturer of main battle tanks, having produced the T-72, T-80, and T-90 series that form the backbone of Russian armored forces and have been exported across dozens of countries. The concern's involvement in an articulated tracked carrier development signals that the DT-3PM is being positioned at least partly as a military logistics and special operations platform rather than purely a commercial product. Russia's military operations in the Arctic have expanded significantly over the past decade, with new bases, airfields, and infrastructure constructed across the high north as Moscow asserts sovereignty claims and develops military capability in a region where climate change is opening new access routes and strategic competition is intensifying. Articulated tracked vehicles capable of operating at extreme cold temperatures with substantial payload capacity are direct enablers of that Arctic military presence. The Vityaz brand that produced the DT-3PM has a distinguished history in this vehicle category. The original Soviet-era Vityaz DT-10 and DT-30 series articulated tracked carriers became standard equipment for Arctic operations, oil and gas field support, and military logistics in Russia's far north, and examples have been sold to or evaluated by multiple foreign militaries and civilian operators. The DT-3PM represents a lighter and more agile evolution of that lineage, sized between the smaller utility carriers and the larger DT-30 class heavy carriers that can carry up to 30 tons, 66,000 pounds, but require correspondingly more logistical support.